It is time now for the Bear Chow 3:30 p.m. news report on this Wednesday afternoon, November 25th, 2015. Good afternoon, and everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I have 3:30 p.m. news, and I'm there to not top at 3:30 p.m. on this Wednesday afternoon. I'm going to the Wednesday evening here. Is in Istanbul, where tensions in the Middle East ratcheted up dangerously Wednesday, a day after Turkey shot down a Western warplane, with the Turkish president accusing Russia of deceit, and Russia announced it would deploy anti-aircraft missiles to Syria. Washington, a U.S. investigation found that deadly October 3rd airstrike in Afghanistan that destroyed a hospital run by Medicine Sans Frontiers was a tragic and avoidable accident caused primarily by human error, top U.S. said. Chicago, and after a night of angry and loud protests following 5 arrests, police and elected officials were bracing Wednesday for more possible backlash over the release of a dramatic video showing a white Chicago police officer shooting a black motorist. President Obama said Wednesday that there is no specific and credible intelligence to suggest that terrorists have any plans to strike the United States over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Russian aside, security concerns, Pope Francis arrived in Kenya on Wednesday in his first ever trip to Africa and urged Kenyans to work for peace and forgiveness amid a wave of extremist violence on the continent that threatened to disrupt this trip. Jerusalem, dressed in skirts over their jeans and scarves on their heads, 2 teenage Palestinian girls from Northern Jerusalem entered the downtown Jerusalem Monday took out citizens stabbed a 70-year-old Palestinian man that they had mistaken. UK Chancellor Exchequer George Osborne reversed plans to cut income top-ups for people on low pay and spared the police from budget reductions. In a speech at the political was economic as he sought to recoup his standing on the Prime Minister. While the United Nations report last month announced that worldwide events means women are living longer, healthier lives with better education for the next 16 days, the organization will be focused on ending gender-based. One Catholic Church in questions built seen in Queens just in time for the holidays, and just in time for the small miracle. On Monday, a newborn baby was left in baby Jesus' manger. Despite stories that escapees women are joining Islamic State at exponential rate, an Austrian teen was reported killed when she tried to escape. A Miami jury found Facebook killed Derek Medina guilty of second-degree murder on Wednesday, a verdict that will send him into prison for a long time, and the family ends his 15 minutes of fame or rather infamy. Western Washington University, where classes were canceled on Tuesday due to threatening hate speech against the people of color. A police officer in Oregon this week took off street duty following a social media post in which he said that he would have to babysit those schools in a reference to an activist march scheduled for later this week. In 1939, nationwide retail sent Franklin D. Roosevelt and Jim Cleese. Thanksgiving fell on the last day of November that year, giving merchants too few days before Christmas to unleash the season sales. Washington, consumer spending an inch up last month rather than rate well below expectations that cost Americans to save more. Out of growing incomes, the Commerce Department said Wednesday. Washington, new U.S. single-family home sales surge in October, and the inventory of properties for sale was the highest since early 2010, which could allay the concerns of a significant slowdown for housing. Washington, the number of Americans filed for unemployment benefits fell more than expected last week, drifting back to 42-year lows as labor market conditions continue to tighten. Okay, now the stocks are down, up 22.27 points at 17,834.46, SP 500 2.45 points at 2,091.59, and Nasdaq 19.63 at 5,122.44. Geneva this year will be the hottest on record in 2016, being an honor due to El Nino weather pattern. The World Meteorological Organization said on Wednesday, warning that international climate change could see global average temperatures. If you're still holding emitted to the hydrogen as that itself obscured by the giant cloud expelled stale gas and dust put to the BLT shirt instrument obscures the frame. With Mars' largest moon, Phobos expected to eventually break up, scientists have rendered weather. It would crash in the red planet and do something else. The strain of E. coli linked to Costco chicken salad that took 90 people in 7 states and more is likely to be life-threatening in a recent outbreak to close some Chipotle restaurants in the Northwest. That Thanksgiving holiday often means spending time with your family watching football parades and eating turkey dinner into events at risk of splitting the people who are having Thanksgiving near me, beware of a Thanksgiving calorie overload. When you join a Thanksgiving feast on a meal, you don't come along, you bring a cat macro with you, and they seem to have a say over there how much food you'll consume. A rare parasitic infection called Chagas disease has been gaining headlines in the recent weeks after cases of the infection were reported in at least 5 states, according to the U.S. Okay, take a look at New England Insular Sandwich, Massachusetts. Sandwich fires out with a MBA or accumulation with 6 days. Temp truck versus auto. Driver traffic jobs and use spent flight requested. Okay, let's take a look at The sports report here at 3:35. Here, the Boston Celtics will take on the Philadelphia 76ers at the TD Garden game time 7:03 p.m. While the Boston Bruins will be taking on the Detroit Red Wings game time 7:30 p.m. London and Washington Redskins could become the first team to play 2 NFL games in London in the same season in the consecutive weeks. St. Louis Rams third-year wide receiver Steadman Bailey is in critical but stable condition after being shot in the car on Friday on Tuesday night. The city of Miami Gardens Police Department said on Wednesday. Oakland, California. Infielder Jed Lowry is returning to Oakland after 1 year staying in Houston as the Athletic acquired Lowry from the Astros on Wednesday for minor league right-hander Brendan McCurry less than a year after Lowry left Oakland. Future News Time, now 3:35. It's time now for a traffic report here. And take a look at the traffic on the map. Here, 95 minutes southbound side, so from Pawtucket all the way out to Route 4 in East Greenwich here, 95 on the northbound side, so from Route 37 in Warwick all the way at the downtown Providence here, 195 on the westbound side, it is so from East Providence here to downtown Providence here, 146 on the southbound side, so from Lincoln all the way at the downtown Providence here, 295 on the northbound side, it is so from Route 37 in Cranston all the way at the Route 14 here. 146 on both ends, it is so from 295 Lincoln all the way at the North Smithfield here. 95 on the southbound side, it is so from 120 in Canton all the way at the Route 295 in Attleboro here. 24 on the southbound side, it is so from 106 in West Bridgewater all the way at the Route 44 in Raynham here. 495 on the southbound side, it's so from 24 all the way at the Route 44 in Raynham Millborough stretch. 128 on the southbound side, it is so from Route 3 in Woburn all the way out to Route 109 in Dedham and into Breaks again from 95 in Canton all the way to the Braintree split. 120 on the northbound side is so from the Braintree split all the way out to Route 24 in Brockton here. And in Randolph stretch here. We get an accident at 95 on the southbound side, 120 southbound after the Mass Pike in Western here. Southeast express from both ends, so from Mass Pike all the way out to the Braintree split. 93 in both ends, so from Mass Pike all the way out to the Zakin Bridge here. 93 on the southbound side, so from Somerville all the way to the Zakin Bridge. 93 on the northbound side, so from the Zakin Bridge all the way out to Route 120 in Reading here. 120 on the northbound side, so Route 20 in Waltham all the way out to the Braintree split there. Mass Pike on the westbound side. And eastbound side, stop and go traffic from the 93 all the way at the Logan Airport due to an accident here on Mass Pike around Logan Airport here. And then Mass Pike on the westbound side is backed up from Newton all the way out to I-84 in Sturbridge here. We got an accident here on Mass Pike on the westbound side before Route 9 in Framingham here. 299 on the westbound side, so from 140 in Sturbridge, 140 in Shrewsbury all the way out to Route 146 in Worcester. 190 in the southbound side also before Route 290 in Worcester here. Route 290 on the westbound side is so from here all the way out to Route 190 Leominster here. Route 290 on the westbound side is also for the Fitchburg stretch. 495 on both ends of the also from Westford all the way at the Lowell. 495 on the northbound side, so from 20 Lawrence all the way to 213 Middle in here. And Route 495 on the northbound side, a little slow around Route 97 in April here. And New Hampshire, I-89 on the southbound side, a little slow due to an accident on I-89 northbound after Route 93 in Corcoran, New Hampshire, so some delays here. Spalding turn back slow from 95 on Portsmouth all the way to Route 4 in Durham here. 95 on the northbound side, it is slow for Route 111 in Biddeford here. By the way, the main turn back looking good from York to Augusta via Portland and 295, looking good for Portland and Gardner here. Okay, looking at MBTA alerts here. Ferries are looking good. The subway system, it's looking good on the Commuter Rail. West Line train 521, 2:55 p.m. from substation operated 10 to 15 minutes beyond. Scheduled between Yelkin and Worcester to heavy ridership. And Franklin Line train 713, 2:40 p.m. from substation 10 to 15 minutes later to heavy ridership. Kingston Line train 041 operating 15-20 minutes beyond scheduled train is trailing between South Weymouth and Kingston, and Province Line train 809, 1:45 p.m. from substation operating 20-25 minutes beyond scheduled between Attleboro and Whitford Junction here. And looking at airport delays here. Minneapolis St. Paul's got an airport delay. Averaging 27 minutes at Minneapolis St. Paul due to a kind of wind there. Peter Channel News Time is out 3:39 here. It's time for a weather report here. And nothing doing on the radar situation. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. For tonight, increasing clouds, low 32 degrees, light southeast wind. So if you're going to the bonfire at the non-high school honoring the Norton football team and Norton boys soccer team, you've got good weather despite the chill. Good weather, 32 degrees below. For Texas day, mostly sunny skies, about 55 degrees. South with about 5 to 9 miles an hour. For Thursday night, Petrograd after 9 p.m. Otherwise, most skies got about 44 degrees. South with about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Here, for Friday, Petrograd before 9 a.m. Otherwise, punch that skies about 60 degrees. Southwest with about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Gusts as high as 21 miles an hour. Here, for Friday night, Chester Shires Bay after midnight, Petrograd otherwise, most skies got about 42 degrees. Southwest with about 6 miles an hour. Chester Bay situation is 30% with a winds becoming west after midnight. Here, for Saturday, Chester Shires Bay after before 8 a.m. Petrograd before 8 a.m. Otherwise, punch that skies about 46 degrees and Chester Bay to 30%. Saturday night, podcast cold about 27 degrees. For Sunday, most sun skies about 45 degrees. Saturday night, podcast cold about 30 degrees. Monday, most sun skies about 45 to about 31 degrees. For Tuesday, Chester Bay, most skies have about 49 to about 41 degrees. Chester Bay to 30%. And for Wednesday, Chester Bay, most skies have about 52 degrees. Chester Bay to 30%. Currently here, not near, it is 49 degrees for first skies. Give it to the 38%. And that is going to be it for the Peter channel. Oh, God. That is me for the Period Channel, 3:30 p.m. news report on this November 25th, 2015 on a Wednesday. I'm here with you. Good evening and goodbye. See you at 11 o'clock for a late night report.